All right, Andy from Backbone Adventures, ATV and Jeep rental company in Estes Park. Yeah, get out of the camera. So Zoe here is doing a transmission on this. You're going to slap it in. But figured this would be a good opportunity to talk about one of the common problems with the Polaris, and that's their wiring. So this is your main wiring harness right here. If you look, see it's kind of flat in there and been chewed up a little bit. That's just where that wiring harness sits. It rubs over time, and if you own one of these machines, eventually you're going to get cylinder 1, cylinder 2 misfire code, and generally that's from a belt. Almost 90% of the time it's just a belt, and you put a new belt on it, disconnect the battery, touch the terminals together for 30 seconds or so, and it'll clear the check engine code. And or you can run it up to like 4,000 RPM for a number of seconds. Maybe you have to do that a couple times, and it'll generally clear the code after you put a belt on it. But if that isn't your problem, we have a fleet of these things. We've had them for years, and we've never had injector problems. We've never had throttle body problems. Never had problems with spark plugs, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, another one is that T-map sensor. That's something else a lot of people talk about replacing. That stuff never goes bad. What it is, it's always going to be this. And generally, it's almost always from an injector wire. So, I'll get up here and show you what you got. Here's your injector wires here. So it's usually on this side here. If you look in there, you have a green and blue wire, and here you have a pink, purplish, and blue wire. These are your signal wires here. The purple one and the green one. And actually, I take that back. It's usually the purple one that breaks in the harness. So you can easily just put a multimeter on this, just shave it down to some bare wire, expose some bare wire, and put a multimeter on it, and see, it should be, I think it's like right around 3.5 volts is what it should be with the key on. And if you don't have any voltage, then on one of these, either the green or this purple wire, you're going to need to get into this wiring harness, which is a little difficult to access. You don't need to take any of this stuff out. You can do it with everything in, but you're going to have to kind of split this harness down all the way back almost to the motor mount here, and get that loom off of there, and then you'll see, and you can pick it apart like that and get into it, but you're gonna have to cut that tape out of there and find your wire, and you'll probably find that it's been grounded out or it's completely broken. We just did one last week. It is a common thing, and it was the purple wire and 2 other wires. Not sure what they were for, but they had 3 broken wires in it, and just spliced in a new wire and heat shrinked it, and everything is good as new. So if you have any of those cylinder misfires, this is almost always what if it's not a belt, this is always what it is. But you can, like I say, put that multimeter on those wires and check it out, but wouldn't mess with anything else. You're just wasting your time and wasting your money. We have a fleet of these. We've been doing them for years, and it's something that's very common. So something to take a look at. Have a good day.